Hello, and welcome to the Washington COVID Vaccine Finder. This is an all-volunteer created site of over 70 tech industry employees who want to help Washington residents find their vaccines easier, quicker, and with less frustration. Today, if you're a Washington resident, you need to come to the Department of Health's website, where you will first determine whether you are in the correct phase. If you are eligible to receive a vaccine, you will then go to the vaccine locations. This is a website that has all of the locations in Washington State where you can receive a vaccine. There are over 330 locations and growing each day. Since it does cover all 39 counties of Washington, you need to find your county and then look through all of the different options. For King County, there are over 80 different locations. This website doesn't tell you whether any of the appointments are available, so you must click on each link to determine that. When you go into a link such as the Fred Meyer stores, you will be greeted by a web page that asks you a lot of information. For example, I'll have to type in my zip code, and then I'll have to choose a location. Then I have to choose which vaccine. Then I have to find out whether there are time slots, and no, there aren't. Now I have to go back and start over because there's no way to easily determine are there any vaccines available at any of the other Fred Meyer or QFC locations. So that is creating a big frustration for Washington residents. So let's take a look at what Washington COVID Vaccine Finder does for you instead. This list hasn't been updated in a few minutes, but you can see that at this time there was availability in Island Drug and in the Safeway. And these appointments do go very quickly, within a couple of minutes. But if I go into this Safeway, you'll see that it is yet another application where I have to click more boxes, and then I need to provide more information. It's not likely that the appointment is still available this far after, but let's just take a few steps. And you can see that if you're having to go through each and every location, oh, wow, look at that. There is availability in Aberdeen, so let's go ahead and go further into the option. Now I need to fill in my information. So you can see that the site can show you where the availability of vaccines is in the entire state of Washington.
Now sometimes there's nothing available or there's nothing available close to you.
We do cover almost all of King County and are rapidly expanding to the rest of the state. You might notice this is in Island County and this is in Harbor County. I'll go ahead and refresh the page now and see what the list looks like. Many of the times, appointments are not available in King County, and that is actually true. So don't be surprised. Oftentimes there are appointments available outside of King County. Again, Island Drug seems to have some availability, but there are other things you can do with our site if you don't see an appointment immediately available, besides coming back and checking. One is to look at these yellow items where it says that they're waitlisted. That means that the site is willing to take your name on a wait list, but that you cannot book an appointment right now. The next category of things is where it says vaccine status unknown. It's possible that there might be availability here, but you will have to click on each of these links yourself because either we are not allowed to get the information from that site, or we don't understand how to process it, or they have asked us specifically not to display availability. Lastly, there's a large group that say vaccine status unavailable. These ones, we actually understand how to get the information from the website, and we have been checking. You can see that this one was checked just 1 minute ago, but we have determined that there are no appointments available. But you can also look at this last available category. This tells you what is the likelihood that an appointment will be available based on how long ago the last one was available. So we know that 29 minutes ago, you could have gotten an appointment at Tumwater. And so that's an indication that maybe that's a good place to keep checking back with. On the other hand, Safeway has been one of the more challenging sites, and we find that appointments don't frequently pop up there. In fact, this one in Colville, Washington, we have never seen availability for. But this Safeway here, 2 days ago, there was an appointment available. In general, I would say that Costco's have the most regular availability. The other day, we saw that Costco dumped hundreds of appointments online all at once, and there was availability across the state. And so by watching our website and refreshing, you'll be able to know that immediately and get a good chance to get yourself an appointment. So that's the ways that you can use our website, and I hope that that really helps people. We have gotten lots of feedback that it's been able to help people get their appointments. I would like to again mention that we are an all-volunteer organization of over 70 engineers, and we have found that engineers really want to help volunteer, and they've been thanking us for giving them that opportunity. If you are a tech employee or know somebody who is interested in helping in the fight against COVID, please come to our volunteer page where we can collect your information, and within a single day we will get back to you and get you into the process and give you an opportunity. Also, if you see a problem, go ahead and report that here. We've got lots of news articles written about us, especially one in GeekWire that we're proud of, and we will continue to update. I also want to let people know that we are in coordination with other groups, and particularly we have talked to the Department of Health, and they are aware of us, and they say that we are a good thing for Washingtonians, and we are also in coordination with many of the large tech companies in the Seattle area who are all working to try to provide solutions. But at this point, it seems that we are the interim solution until one of these tech giants can provide a better solution. And we are working with them, and we are going to share information, and they are going to share their progress, and we are going to try to provide a seamless transition. One of the best ways that you can help us is by getting the word out. We think that there are over 100,000 Washingtonians every day looking to find a vaccine, and many of them are still clicking on hundreds of links. So put the word out on your Facebook or any social media that you have to let people know that there is now a better option. I also want to say that many people have asked us what if they need help making an appointment, what if they are not tech savvy. So come to our FAQ where we have linked in several other Facebook and website groups where they are actually coordinating volunteers to make one-on-one calls and work to help people find their vaccines. Especially there are groups that focus on people of color and underserved communities, and we think that we are a complementary effort to these other efforts. We think that we are going to be kind of the rising tide that helps all of these groups find those appointments. So we hope that you find Washington COVID Vaccine Finder useful. We are trying to make finding a vaccine easier, faster, and less frustrating for all of Washington residents. Thank you for your time.